Hello friends and welcome to the Grave Detective channel. Today we are in the German military cemetery of Cannock Chase in England, 30 kilometers north from Birmingham. The grave we are visiting today is that of Lieutenant Franz Schulte.
Lieutenant Franz Robert Schulte came from the Magdeburg region in Germany. He was 21 at the outbreak of the war and first joined the Guards Regiment before joining the Kampfgeschwader der Obersten Heeresleitung, combat squadron of the Supreme Army Command, abbreviated Kagol 3. The mission of the Kagol 3 was to bomb London and the southeast of England under difficult conditions, as we are still in the early days of aviation.
The Kagol 3 had various airfields in the region of Ghent in Belgium, including this one in Scheldewijndeek, of which only the shed's foundations remain today. On the evening of the 5th of December 1917, it was from the airfield located in Oostakker that Franz Schulte left on a new mission.
That night, the objective was the cities of London, Sheerness, Gravesend, Chatham, Dover and Margate. 6 aircrafts from Kagol 3 dropped explosive and incendiary bombs on London. However, this incendiary bombardment was apparently ineffective. On their return trip, the planes were attacked by anti-aircraft batteries over England and then by English fighters over the Belgian coast. On board Franz Schulte's Gotha 5 were also Lieutenant Bernhard and Vizefeldwebel Senf. Around 5 a.m. on their return trip, the Gotha was hit in the sky over London by fire from an anti-aircraft battery. The left engine radiator was damaged and began to overheat until the engine caught fire. The aircraft lost altitude. At 5:50, the aircraft crashed at Accington Marsh near Canterbury. The first person to arrive at the crash site was Mr. Wilford, a Red Cross orderly. Seeing that 2 of the 3 men were wounded, he offered his help, but was held back by the revolver of one of the Germans, just to give enough time for the 2 others to set their aircraft on fire. 2 other persons arrived soon, Reverend Somerville and Mr. Ames. In broken English, the Germans explained that they wanted to surrender to the police. The Reverend explained to them that he himself had powers similar to the function of a constable, and so the Germans gave him their weapons. An ambulance then took the Germans to the police station and to the hospital. Schulte, Bernhard and Senf spent the rest of the war in captivity. During the fall of 1918, as they were retreating, the Germans dynamited the railway line connecting the railway station of Bergen-op with the airfield in Scheldewijndeek. A piece of rail flew through the air and landed in the garden of my father's godmother. On the 2nd of March 1919, aged 26, Franz Schulte died of the Spanish flu at Keighley War Hospital, Yorkshire. He was buried at Morton Cemetery near Keighley. The story could have ended here if there had not been that special event in the sky above Keighley on the 22nd of May 1936. That day, shortly before 8 a.m., a hum was heard and a shadow appeared in the sky. The Zeppelin Hindenburg, the largest airship in the world, flew over the city. Suddenly, a package was thrown from the Hindenburg and landed in a street in Keighley. 2 young scouts, Jack Garrett, 11 years old, and Half Butler, 12 years old, recovered the package. Its content? A bunch of carnations, a silver cross, and a letter. The letter was signed by Father Paul Schulte, a Catholic missionary who described himself as the first flying priest. Father Schulte was the brother of Franz Schulte. On the 22nd of May 1936, the Hindenburg was returning from its second trip to the United States and had been, at the request of Father Schulte, diverted over Keighley. Father Schulte had indicated his intention to pay homage to his brother, and in fact he received the Silver Cross from Pope Pius XI for his purpose. A few days earlier, on the 9th of May, Father Schulte had already, with the authorization of the Pope, given a Mass on board the Hindenburg. Father Schulte's letter requested that the flowers and the cross be placed on the grave of his brother Franz, which was done. A few days later, the cross was taken away and placed in the church of St. Anne in Keighley, so that it would not be stolen. The cross is still there today. On the 6th of May 1937, at 7 p.m., while landing at Lakehurst in the United States, the Hindenburg caught fire and crashed, causing the deaths of 36 people. In the 1960s, the body of Franz Schulte was removed and reburied in the German military cemetery of Cannock Chase. His brother, Father Schulte, continued his mission of evangelization until his death in Namibia on the 7th of January 1974. In the early 2010s, Alf Butler died, followed in 2014 by his friend Jack Garrett. Friends, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon for another video. Bye!